Greetings. I want to express, this was already written on my blog, and I want to express with my voice as well why I cherish so much the work of Kathy Krajco. What makes the narcissist tick? So I just want to make it short and sweet because my videos are stolen, not to mention that my character is assassinated. So I will tell mainly why very briefly. The first reason, Kathy Krajco, I mispronounced. Kathy Krajco did an extensive analysis, research, and synthesis of the issue of narcissism. When the work is already done, I point people to the work already accomplished. And this is a masterpiece. Really and truly, even my words are not describing just how great her work is. 2. I am too much hurt to express myself much, so I simply allow Kathy Krajco to express them for me. A wonderful book is a legacy to the world. As a survivor of narcissistic abuse, you find much validation in that book. I will put the links in the video description to her book. So this is my simple way of honoring her loving memory. A lot of people know her work, but certainly not enough to my personal taste. Each of us who either known her or know of her after her passing, like in my case, are making their part to honor her in their way in the particular situation that they are in. But when all of this is gathered together, it makes very sure that she will never ever be forgotten. Not that her work is not already properly taken care of and secured. This is not what I'm saying. But those to whom her words are helping to soothe their heart, like me, are doing their personal, humble contribution to her memory. It is our way to tell her that we love her and appreciate her. I will end by saying, to those who did not experiment narcissistic abuse, you need to understand that each real victim of such abuse are basically operating from between a rock and a hard place type of situation, even though each situation somewhat differs from each other. So it is really and truly amazing that Kathy has done such a great work of wisdom, intelligence, and love in her own circumstances that I personally don't know about. But any person who really experimented narcissistic abuse know that Each real victim, such as Kathy Krajco, was operating from circumstances that are difficult to operate from. Could you just, I wanted to end with this question, could you just imagine just how prolific Kathy would have been in less dire circumstances? Again, I repeat that I did not know her personally, and I only came to know her work after her passing, way after her passing. So I do not pretend to know the circumstances she was in, but I know by being myself going through narcissistic abuse that all of us, all real victims of abuse, are operating from somewhat difficult circumstances. So I repeat, could you just imagine just how prolific Kathy would have been in less dire circumstances? In other words, my words cannot wholeheartedly express just how smart, intelligent, and wise this woman was. Thank you for listening. Greetings. I just want to add that her book is so great to respect her wishes. I only read approximately 40 pages maximum from a book of 506 pages. So see if I make the ratio 40 on 506 equals, I only read 8% of her book. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I wanted to translate her book in my mother tongue, but I realized that she didn't want her book to be translated, and I must respect that, even though I was very tempted. It's very clear in her copyright, and I'm going to read it. All rights reserved worldwide. This material in this book is the property of author and publisher Kathy Krajco. It is protected by international copyright laws and treaty provisions. I understand she's dead, but her wishes remain. You must treat it as you should any other copyrighted material, such as a paper book, except that you have the owner's permission to print one copy for your own personal use. Otherwise, no part may be reproduced, transmitted, transcribed, stored in a retrieval system, or translated in any language, in any form, by any means, without, of course, the express written permission, but she's not with us anymore. So it's because what I thought is, when I read like 8% of a book, that was just because I don't think that people know enough of a book, and that's the only reason why I did it, because people can go to her book, and since it's in English, they can read it in English, right? But I cannot do that with French, because I cannot just translate like 8% of the book and or less, and let people read the book because it's in English, and I cannot do the same for the French people, because I would have to translate the whole book, which is against her will, and no matter where she is right now, because I know she's alive, meaning not on this earth, of course, but her spirit lives. We are eternal beings, so her will is clear. And she probably didn't want that, because she didn't want her words to be lost in translation, which sometimes happen. Not always, but you know, there is no way that I can do it, because I cannot contact her. But I'm telling you, this book is the best. And I read a lot of books about narcissism, and her book is the very best. And that's why I had this idea of translating it in my mother tongue.